Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of the Entrepreneur Spotlight Series. And this time we have Yasmin Ali with us today. And it's really late where she is in London. I think you're in London, right, Yasmin?
Just outside of London. Yeah,
Just
I'm in
outside.
Bedfordshire.
Right.
Yeah,
So she's
yeah,
in the UK and
yeah.
she is up late because she wants to talk to all of us. And I am so excited that she's joining us today. She's been in business for 6 years and she has a business that is all about jewelry and, clay modeling and workshops and all of that. And I'll let her talk to you about it. And I'm really excited to have her. Yasmin, thank you so much for staying up so late and doing this for us. Welcome to the show.
Thanks very much, Toni. It's my pleasure. I absolutely love your group, and it's really my honor to be here and being asked to talk a little bit about my journey as an entrepreneur.
Thank you so much for that. And I think we kind of bumped into each other at the Holistic Entrepreneurship Summit, right? Or was that?
That's right. Yes,
Okay.
that's right. Yeah.
That's how you got
Yeah.
to, yeah.
Yeah.
So first of all, I would love for you to tell us a little bit about your business. And you started 6 years ago. So please tell us, how has it been over the last 6 years, and especially the last few months of, the unprecedented times you're seeing.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I started my business about 6 years ago, and I think one of the reasons I started was I wanted to be on my own boss, to do all the stuff, and I wanted to do what I love, which was making jewelry. And little did I know that I had to wear a lot of hats as a business owner. So it wasn't just about making jewelry, it was about the marketing, the finance, the social media, all of those things that come with running a business. Mm-hmm. And there was a lot to learn. I've learned a lot. I'm still learning, because there are people out there who are experts in those areas, and I'm not an expert. I'm an expert in what I do. So my business is polymer clay. So I'm a polymer clay artist. My passion is jewelry. So I'm wearing one of my pieces right now.
Oh, that's
so
beautiful.
That's a silver foil technique. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's my latest one. Everybody's kind of going a bit crazy over that one.
That is beautiful.
And it's evolved over the years. So I've been able to, and really grateful that I've been able to share my passion by teaching. So I started teaching about 2 years ago, face-to-face workshops.
Nice.
To female business owners. That's my target audience, because they are me, stressed, working on their business 24/7. Every minute that they can get, they're working on their business. There's no time to take out of their business. So actually what happens when they come to my workshops is that they relax, they get relaxed. They come in stressed and they leave relaxed. Mm-hmm. And that's really important, because when you leave relaxed, you can go back into your business and be much more productive. You're not running around like the headless chicken. And I was quite guilty of that. So when I saw that was happening with my clients, I really kind of increased my workshop tutorials and teaching to those women, and that's really worked out well. So when last year I went online, so I was doing a few Zoom workshops. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, when March happened and the world kind of stopped, more or less, I was able to actually transition and increase my online presence and my online workshops, because what I felt was women needed it more. Oh, they were working at home. Mm-hmm. Many of them have children, so their children were at home. Mm-hmm. They were also homeschooling them. There was no time for them. Right. And so I did a little shift, and I shifted to teaching children online clay. So the children would come in for an hour a week. Okay. And that means the parent or the caregiver could have that little bit of time to themselves to do whatever they wished. And I would be claying along. The child gets the clay, and they're claying along with me. And just, it doesn't really matter how it turns out, because that's not the aim. The aim is for them to be creative.
Oh my goodness, like that is so clever. Yes.
Yeah, so it was
Mm-hmm.
really, really, I've got my last one next week.
Mm-hmm.
And then I moved on from that. I thought, well, some people can't come to my scheduled session.
Right.
So what I did was I created some videos, pre-recorded. They can get the video, but they also get the kit with all the materials, because I'm
Right.
a mom of two.
Mm-hmm.
And when my children were younger, and you want to do things with them, you have to get all the materials. So you go to store A, store B, store B, C, whatever, to get all the materials for them to do that
Right.
activity. And it can be
Mm-hmm.
quite stressful,
Mm-hmm.
because online wasn't that popular, wasn't as prevalent as it is now.
Right.
Kind of showing my age there, but, but
I don't think you are.
um, and so I thought, well, if I can give them all a kit with
Yeah.
all the materials,
Mm-hmm.
the adults don't have to think about it. They've got the kit, they've got the pre-recorded video. Whenever they want to have some time out, the child can actually look at the videos and do the kit. So it's just a development. And that's, I think, is really important in being a business owner,
Mm-hmm.
is looking for opportunities that you can help your clients. It isn't about helping yourself. It is about what can you offer your clients that would make their life a little bit easier, because we can all use that help, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And beautifully said too. And you're right. It's all about helping your clients, because without them, you're not going to have a business, right? So,
Yeah, absolutely.
absolutely, I love that, and I love especially the part where you kind of keep pivoting and trying
Yes.
to find the opportunity, and that is what entrepreneurship is as well. You
Yes.
evolve
Yeah.
as you go along, and once you know what your client needs, you just give it to them. So, what has been, and having been in business for 6 years, I know 6 years ago when you started, it's probably not that fresh in your mind, like how it was. It's probably not that fresh in your mind. But
Mm.
could you maybe share a little bit about how that was for you, especially with two kids, right? How
Yeah.
did you manage to start your business? Because I know there are a lot of, the members in this group, they do have they have younger children, and they're probably even juggling a corporate job and wanting to also have a good business. Maybe can you share some of your
Yeah,
wisdom with
absolutely. I
us?
mean, I think I was in that situation. I was working part-time. In fact, I've always worked part-time to be home for the children when they came home from
Mm,
school. So I worked part-time, and I had my business, and I had my family to take care of.
right.
Um, and I think it was just something that I wanted to do. I think it's that inner motivation of, how can I make this work? But key to that was my children were growing up. I was working part-time. I had my business, and something came inside of me, and this thought came to me. So, when my children are older, what will
Mm,
I be doing? Because they
mm-hmm,
won't need me as much. They'll need me in different ways, but they won't need me as much. So what will I be doing? So when I actually was learning to make jewelry, and then I was selling just jewelry, I wasn't into polymer clay then. This thought, this could actually work. And the circumstances around my job were that my hours were cut. So I either needed to get another
mm,
kind of full part-time job or another part-time job. And I thought, well, why do I need to do that? I've got this making jewelry. My friends were buying it from me. Why
mm,
don't I give that a try and see what happens while I
right,
still have a little bit of income with this other part-time job?
right.
And my kids were growing. I think that was the real impetus for me. What am I going to do when my children start getting older for myself? Because as a woman and as a mother, you're a mother first,
Yes,
but as
yes.
a woman, you still need something for yourself, because then
Mm-hmm,
you can give more. When you give
absolutely.
to yourself, you can give more
Mm-hmm,
to other people. Um, and that was my journey.
mm,
And I think when that just triggered something in me, and that just pushed me and motivated me to want to learn more about business, and um, you know give something to maybe my community, and and something a little bit different, something about handcrafted jewelry, something about being made in this country, because I think that we lose that in sometimes in our communities about what is handcrafted, what is handmade, what is the value of that. It's really important, you know. Handcrafted stuff is amazing. Cottage industries in the community. It keeps those skills alive, and it gives people opportunity to be creative and to create a life. I'm all about creating a life, because we can choose how we want to create our life. And you know, I just kind of made that decision, and I just ran with that, really.
That's
so
wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean that's an incredible journey. So how old were your kids when you started the business?
So they were 14 and 8.
Okay.
So
The younger one was quite young.
She was young, yeah. But you know, my son was 14, but still teenage years. So say no more.
Tell me about it. Mine is 24 almost now. So I know. Yeah.
But now they're older. They understand what I'm doing, and and I share with them, and they came up, we all as a family came up with my business name. So they've been involved from the very beginning. And I think it's really great for children to see their parents or whoever's around them start a business and see the ups and the downs, because it isn't always ups, is it? It's, you know, there are a lot of struggles and there's a lot of low times, and you sort of question, oh, why am I doing this? I should just get another job, you know. But every time I said that, I just picked myself up and said, no, this is what I want to do. This is what I feel, that sort of love in my heart that I need to do. I need to do it. And I think when I discovered that I need to do it, I just, that is my impetus to keep doing it.
That's incredible. So what would you say, so from the business that you have, what does it give you, and what does it not give you, if you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I think what it gives me is the opportunity to be creative quite almost every day. So every day I go into my studio and I'm able to create something new, try new patterns, try a new technique, and then I'll be able to share that with other people in my business. What it probably doesn't give me is I'm alone a lot. So there is that missing of, you know, the office and the banter and the chit chat and sort of the, you know, the interaction with other people. So when I realized that, it's really important to get yourself out there, because it can be quite lonely if you're on your own.
Oh yes.
So do networking, face-to-face networking. I do a lot of Zoom networking. I'm part of a mastermind, a monthly mastermind. So we used to get together obviously in person, but now it's via Zoom. But it's still that connection. We might not be physically together, but it's still that connection. We can share our ups and downs, and you know, what's the problem this week, or what can we help? How can we help each other? How can we share our experiences? So that's probably the downside. But always I was trying to say, okay, if you've got a downside, how can you improve that? What can you do to lift that downside?
Right.
And flip it, rather than staying in the downside. What is it that I need? So it's about understanding what you need as an entrepreneur to get you from that downside to something a bit more positive and a bit more motivating.
I love it. And yeah, and right through the entire thing I had with you, interview I had with you, I've only been hearing looking for opportunity in adversity. That is such a positive message to send out to everybody, especially right now with, you know, with the pandemic and with the unrest that's going on, you know, around the world. So I think it is important for us to embrace what we've been given, right? The uncertainty, everything, but still find that opportunity to be able to go forward. I love that message. So if I were to ask you to maybe leave, you know, send maybe another message to maybe the young ladies who have young children, and they're really passionate about something and they do want to start their business, but something is stopping them. And like you said, maybe they think that, oh, I'm a mother first, so I cannot focus on anything else right now.
Yeah.
What could you tell them that could possibly move them to the next step?
You know, the hardest part is starting. Just start. Just make a small step. So whatever your passion is, maybe you need to read a book about it after you put your kids to bed, just for 15 minutes. And you do that every day, you'll finish that book in 2 weeks. It could be a book on your passion, it could be a self-help book, it could be self-development, personal development, whatever that book is. So just and don't put too much pressure on yourself, because yes, I can completely empathize. If you've got young children, they need you, and you need them. It's a two-way relationship, isn't it? When you're a mom or a parent, mom or dad, who, whatever the role is you are for a child. But my biggest advice would be just to make that step. If you make that first step, then the next step becomes easier. So think about that, what you could do for now, and then keep dreaming. What is it you'd like to do in 5 years' time? Where would you like to be? So as you are making those steps, you've got that dream in your mind, and you can do it, because you can't go from zero to dream. You have to take the small steps. That would be my advice.
That is powerful. You cannot go from zero to dream just like that. Oh my goodness. Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, Yasmin, for that. And your company name is Beadeze. Beadeze,
yeah.
Okay. And I will be putting all the links, obviously, with the video, but still, please tell us, where can people find you? And is it possible for maybe to have a little online workshop? If we can organize an online workshop with you, is that possible to do it?
Absolutely.
If you're not local?
Everything is possible. It's just the sort of logistics that have to be worked out. But if you've got an idea, the logistics will work out. So my website is beadeze.com. I'm on Facebook at Beadeze Shop. I'm on Instagram, which is at Beadeze. And if people wanted to do an online workshop with me in the group, absolutely, I'm sure we can talk together, and we can arrange something.
I think it'll be lovely.
That could get started.
Yeah, I think that'll be lovely. It's going to be such a fun activity for everybody.
It is, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yasmin, thank you so much. This was such a wonderful conversation, and please go ahead and check her out. And I think that we will definitely organize some kind of a workshop with Yasmin inside the group, and let's have some fun. I think everybody needs a little activity and a little community. And I think this is the right place and the right time for it. I'm definitely going to organize something with Yasmin, and I hope that a lot of us can join in. But Yasmin, thank you so much for your time. I know it's really late, and I should
it's fine.
I should let you go.
It's absolutely fine. I work late, so it's really my pleasure to be on your show. You're a wonderful woman, and I love the group. I love the energy in the group, and whatever help that I can give another entrepreneur, I'm absolutely happy to do that. So it's my pleasure.
Thank you so much, Yasmin.
Thanks a lot, Toni.